Hi there, this is Marlena from mjfengshui.com, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about mirrors in feng shui. We've all heard not to place a mirror facing the front door. We are pushing out good energy. Now, some people believe that putting the mirror, facing their door, that they are keeping the bad energy out, but it's actually in the reverse. All right. So when you open the door and the mirror is right there, it's actually pushing the good energy away from whoever has the mirror like that. So if you do have a mirror facing any of your doors, front door, back door, side door, remove them. And I have a little tip for you. For your front door, if you want a mirror in your room, put it on the right side of the door. The door part where it opens, in brings in good energy. So if you have a door that opens in, congratulations, put the mirror on the right side. So when you open the door, the flow of good chi can come in, and the mirror is on the side where it helps it flow through. The mirrors are of the water element, so it is okay to have a mirror at the north facing door, but make sure it is not, facing the door. It is next to the door on the side where the door handle is, so if your door opens out, it'll be on the left side when you're facing out. You can place the mirror there, and when the door opens, all right, then that mirror energy, the water energy starts to flow and bring in a nice wave of positive energy for your home. And what I want to share with you today, a couple things that no one ever thinks about. The bedroom, all right? If you open your closet door and there is a mirror on the back wall facing you, remove that as well, okay? Some people don't think about the closet, all right? But a mirror, even inside a closet, the bathroom, the same thing. A bedroom, if you open the door and there's a mirror, hitting you right in the face, not a good thing. Also, we know about mirrors should not be reflecting our bed. They should not be behind us if we're on a sofa, not a good thing. So, also, a mirror should be hung so that your entire face, is visible in that mirror when you stand up. Make sure it's not too high, on the wall or too low. All right. Watch how your mirrors are hung. I wanted to share something with you. Okay. Now, if you have moved into a home or an apartment and the mirrors are already there on the wall, sometimes they're really beautiful mirrors. What I find best to do is actually clean them well with some really good vinegar and water. That's the first thing. And for those people that like to use sage and smudging, it's always good to cleanse that mirror, um, in my opinion, right? So a mirror has reflected the energy, all right, of the past owners, right? So just like any other item in our home, we should cleanse our mirrors, but cleaning it really well with some vinegar works pretty good. All right. And then you can, burn your sage and cleanse any negative energies or emotions, you know, stuck in the mirror energy or in the frame of the mirror, just in that room itself, right? And also check your mirrors. What are they reflecting? So if you go in your bathroom and the mirror is facing the toilet, remove it and shift it some different direction so it doesn't do that because the bathroom is draining. So, you don't want your finances draining. So remove that mirror from, facing the toilet. Most bathrooms have a mirror over the sink. All right. Make sure that it is a mirror that your entire, head is in that mirror. If not, shift the height of it the best you can. Make sure that you are not, your head isn't being cut off or your chin, something like that. When I came in here, there was a huge mirror that went from the ceiling almost to the floor. So in the hallway, outside the bathroom door, and I kept saying, I don't like this mirror. And I kept feeling like it was almost like a portal, because it was so big. So when I opened the bathroom door to come out of the shower, and go through my home, the minute I opened the bathroom door, there is me, double me in this mirror. And I'm thinking, that's got to go. So eventually I did take it down and I felt a shift in the home, in the hallway itself, because to me it felt like I just said, like a portal where you can walk through, or some kind of energies were able to come through. And I thought, no more of this stepping through mirrors. I just don't like it. So where the mirror was, there is a frame, and I actually hung a beautiful net, and it has seashells and things on it, and a couple of feng shui remedies there, and I closed off any portal that was there. So that's another thing. If you live in an apartment, a condo, what's behind the wall, right where the mirrors are? If it's on your wall, fine. But if it's a shared wall, take a few moments, and think about how to, close off any portals that, energies from the neighbors could be coming through, and people don't think about that, right? So I wanted to bring out a little, short video about mirrors and how the reflection of what's being said is coming through the mirror. So think about that. Your home, right, should actually have a mirror placed in a good spot, like the dining room, reflecting the beautiful dining room table, right? Make sure that whatever the mirrors are reflecting in your home, it is reflecting something very, nice and uplifting, soothing, right? Take a look around and see what you have, right? I noticed that sometimes we have these vanities, and for women, and there's like a glass top on the vanity, and then you have like a tray that has gold around the edge, and it's got a mirror there. What are you placing on top of that mirror? Because now that's a double mirror, because the vanity top is glass, and then you're placing a glass on top of that. So that's double as it is, and then the mirror doubles. So that would be reflecting the ceiling. Um, there's just certain things that I find, a little bit tricky. And I'm like, so whatever I put on top of that vanity mirror, I want it to be something I would like to have doubled in my life. So think about that. I remember years ago, my relative moved into an apartment, and their bedroom ended up having mirrors all over the walls. Every wall was covered with mirrors. So their bedroom was totally, I don't know how many triples that was, but there was a particular situation that happened, and they do say that mirrors in the bedroom are not, good for relationships. It will double the partners and ruin your relationship. So be mindful of that. Well, what really did happen to this person was they ended up with like 5 suitors, and one night every one of them showed up, and they were all arguing, all right, against each other. None of them were going to leave and all this stuff. So my relative went in the room and locked herself in and said they didn't want any of them, you know. So it ended up that their ex stayed, right? The one that was ex, right, for many years is the one that stayed and couldn't get rid of them. So I'm just giving you a little bit of, feng shui advice to, be mindful about mirrors, because it's a serious issue and people don't think about it, right? You just hang up a mirror, or you put up a hand mirror, or one of those little round mirrors that are on a stand somewhere. But even if it's in your bathroom, you know, what is it reflecting, right? So make sure it's aiming at something that you would like it to double, all right? So, you know, make sure that you take a look around your house now after this video and see where your mirrors are. Remember also that the refrigerators and the stoves now are stainless steel. Those are also mirrors, all right? So, you know, watch that as well. I don't like that stainless steel anyway. I was constantly cleaning them, fingerprints, water stains. It drove me insane. So I just, to me, I'd rather have a natural color, you know, refrigerator and oven. That's just my taste, you know. But, you know, look around your home. What is shiny? You know, sometimes you have like a something shiny that's silver or even gold, and that becomes a mirror sometimes. So if you can see a reflection in an item that you have, you know, make sure that there's no clutter in front of it if it's a mirror type thing. So no clutter, no, you know, big piles of shoes or, you know, books or papers or boxes or anything like that. Um, you know, just watch around, keep an eye on it, you know, and when you go to someone's house, you know, from now on, you'll be looking around and going, they got a mirror facing the door, you know, and you'll know why, because they're trying to push out, you know, negative energy. But what it's doing is getting rid of the positive chi flow. So, same with a hallway. Don't put a mirror the very end of a hallway facing down, you know, to the other end of a hallway. Not a good idea. A lot of people think it is, but it isn't. A mirror can go in the hallway on a side wall as long as it is not reflecting, you know, something negative, all right? Such as a toilet door. I don't like that idea. Um, I don't know why they ever thought that was a good idea because it is not, all right? And reflecting a toilet. I'm like, no, thank you. And as we know that the bathroom, you know, cleanses us and purifies us and it drains everything out, right? But it's also a part of our wealth, right? And our money. So we want to be mindful that our bathroom is spotless and clean, you know, 99% of the time, right? Keep, you know, everything neat and tidy. Get rid of things that you do not need to actually even have in your bathroom, all right? But we will continue our training on this channel. So if you're not subscribed yet, do that now. Subscribe to the channel. Press the like button if you found this video helpful. Let me know by leaving a message underneath the video. If you have a question, you know, ask it. I will answer you. All right. I have a couple of things coming up for us all. If you're not on my mailing list yet, go to my website and get on my mailing list because you are going to be invited to come and join me on my brand new live radio show. And we will, you know, at times have special guests coming on and, you know, supporting people that are listening on the line. So you'll be able to call in to the station and get some one on one help. Um, the people that are going to be invited are well known, you know, globally. All right. So this is going to be a feng shui fun time for everyone. And I just wanted to let you know all about that. All right. So go to the website and, you know, get on the mailing list. And I'll see you on the next feng shui video. Have a beautiful evening. I know you will because you're absolutely beautiful and amazing. And that's the way it is. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.